The window world of Northeast Florida, fifth quarter on 1010XL. Flavored by Hurricane Grill and Wings and Apex Roofing and Contracting. Here are your hosts, Ryan the Hacker Green, Leon Searcy, and Coach Gerald Ingram.
Geno Smith drops. Looks. Pump fake. Knocked down! Devon Hamilton knocked it down! It's no good! The Jaguars win it! How good is that?
Frank Franchi on the call, Jaguars radio. Whew! And with that, a very good Sunday night to you, Jacksonville. It is the window world of Northeast Florida. Fifth quarter, we are presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings with the Pro Bowler Leon Searcy and the coach Gerald Ingram, the hacker Ryan Green with you. 30-29 in overtime. The Jacksonville Jaguars now sit at 5-3 on the year. They get their second road victory out in the Pacific time zone. It was far from pretty. Quite frankly, it was downright ugly at times. But the Jacksonville Jaguars found a way to win a football game. Leon Searcy, you and I had some fellowship on the way into the building tonight.
Absolutely.
This show could have been a lot worse had Devon Hamilton not gotten that big paw up there for that two-point conversion.
Absolutely. Listen, I was screaming like havoc in the bedroom when they knocked the ball down. Because I was saying we need a batted ball or something like that. Then we get it. So I'm in the bedroom screaming because we won the game. Listen, 45 minutes of the game, it was ugly. It was terrible.
Man.
I mean, it was penalties, it was mistakes. It was offsides, legal procedures, guys not lined up right.
One of the worst interceptions you'll ever see an NFL quarterback throw.
Yes, just throw it to the ground.
Oh.
I mean, and listen, I saw you on Twitter, too. I
went rogue. I went rogue.
Rightfully so.
I turned heel for a moment there.
Yeah, well, rightfully so, because it was a bad play. It was a bad situation. I mean, situational football. You got to understand the magnitude of the moment. You don't make that throw.
No.
You throw it to the ground. You throw it in the cheap seats or whatever you need to do, but you don't make that kind of mistake. But this team found a way to win a ball game. Listen, advance and go home.
Yeah.
All right, I don't care. Listen, it was only by 1 point. You go on the road. You thought it was a very bad team. They played you tough all the way through. You advance and you go home. That's all that matters. You're 5-3 right now, and you're in the hunt.
Let's bring the coach in, Gerald Ingram. And, Coach, I'll say this. You lose Travis Hunter to an injury in practice on Thursday. You lose during today's game Jordan Lewis, Brian Thomas Jr. at times, De'Ami Brown at times. Hunter Long left. And there was a time where you had literally one tight end that was healthy on this roster out in Las Vegas. You commit penalty after penalty, a ridiculous interception. And despite all that, you found a way to go on the road into somebody else's house and win a football game. And for that, I think Jaguar fans should be very, very thankful.
You know, it was great to see that they actually played physical football and they were forced to run the ball. And they put themselves in a situation at the end of the game where they really needed to depend on running the ball, and especially with a patchwork-type offensive line that they did. Did a fairly good job of protecting the quarterback, I thought. In most situations, they did dominate the line of scrimmage other than, a move inside. And there were certain people that were out there in situations that they were tough situations for them against who they had to play against. But they hung in there as a team. Just like you said, injuries in the NFL, and Leon can contest to it, the game moves on. And this is a coachable moment where the next guy's got to step up and win. No one person's bigger than the team. And that's what we saw today. They rallied. The receivers rallied. They played better. They probably their best game, really, as a group. There was probably only one legitimate drop, I thought, out of the receivers, one out of the tight end. That could have been a touchdown. And there was a lot of good things as a team because, like you said, in the first half, you're sitting there thinking that this is two ugly teams.
It is. It was right.
It was like, who's going to be worse today, at the end. And somebody said it during the week that this game could go right down to the wire, and it did.
That's exactly what it did. We're streaming on the 1010XL Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook social media platforms. We'd love for you to join us on the streaming network. And obviously, we're with you on 1010XL and 92.5 FM until roughly 11 o'clock tonight. All right, Leon Searcy. And by the way, phone lines open, 904-641-1010 if you want to get involved, 904-641-1010 here on the fifth quarter. Leon, your overall thoughts on Trevor Lawrence. Now, real quick, the interception was horrifically bad. Again, I went to a dark place there for about 5 minutes after he did that because I've seen that too many times. Those interceptions in the end zone, and all of them are just nonsense. You take into account, though, he was ill, right? That came out there was an illness that he had. And I thought after that ridiculous interception, I thought Trevor actually played pretty decent for the remainder of the game.
I do too. I mean, before that, Trevor was terrible. I question Trevor's football IQ when it comes to certain situations. Yeah. Certain situations, you just got to know better. This is year 5. You can't throw that pass. You know what I'm saying? But as he moved on and he maneuvered throughout the next couple of quarters, I thought he ran with his legs effectively. I think he avoided sacks by getting rid of the football. I think he took the profit. We always say take the profit. Check downs, guys out, quick pass situations, don't hold on the ball too long. I think he made some dynamic throws down the field when he had to. Receiving corps came through with the catches. We win this game because of Trevor, all right? We won this game because of Trevor and some of the things he did down the stretch. But he's got to clean up a lot moving forward if he wants to take us to where we need to go.
That he does. Coach, your thoughts on Trevor and your thoughts on the running game. You were an 18-year running backs coach in the National Football League. I thought Trevor with his legs today was very good. Obviously, a couple of rushing touchdowns. And, boy, Travis Etienne ran the ball so freaking hard.
Yes, he did. I thought Trevor played probably one of his better games. And it may not have been statistically, but he you can't give Trevor too many options because when you do, he ends up showing himself that he can't handle those kind of options. I thought he would have shoveled the ball to Etienne and just you saw 2 guys out there at the 2-yard line. Either it's in the ground or I'm shoveling the ball, because that was an option play. And I like to see if Etienne would have walked in the end zone on that play. Why he did it. Now, when he ran the speed option on the 1, that was a great call. Mm-hmm. I was impressed with the call. He made the right read. And I thought most of his reads were good. I still would like to see a vertical ball one day. Just back them off and see if we can get somebody deep. So those are things I'd like to be able to see. The offensive line was solid. I thought Etienne ran hard. Mm-hmm. There were some plays where the guys were in the backfield, and he made a guy miss. He spun off people, and still was able to get 3-4 yards. Mm-hmm. And they stuck with it. They didn't get away from it. Mm-hmm. There was a little bit here and there you thought they might, but they jumped back in it. And I thought he made things out of very little he had at times, which is what he needs to do. Continue to make some people miss, make some things happen. It was good for the run game. And then going into next week, Liam will stick with it. I thought the run ideas of compacting some heavy runs.
Jumbo formations, heavy sets, yeah, that kind of stuff. I love
that. Was good. Now the pass off of that is going to be good. Mm-hmm. I don't care if it's the quick slant route off the backside. You got 8 guys, 9 guys sitting in the box. It's one-on-one, or the deep throw off of that.
Yeah.
So they think you're running now. Hey, now we got a final deep pass. I thought that was good progression, evolution for us.
And look, Liam Cohen went forward on 4th down, Leon, a couple of times. There was one where I would not have done it, but he did, and that's why he's the coach and I'm not, because they end up getting it and they end up scoring a touchdown on that moments later, which I believe put them up with about 5 minutes to go. Of course, the Raiders came right down because the Jaguar defense was horrifically bad in the second half, and then the offense had to bail them out again. But the 4th down in overtime, to me, there was never even a debate. You're on the 6-inch line, man. Now, again, Trevor did what he did against Kansas City where he fumbled the ball. This time it worked out, but you had to go for the touchdown there because if you didn't go for the touchdown there, obviously you would have lost the game.
Listen, at some particular time, you got to buckle up your chin strap, put in your big boy pants and get it done. All right? And that's what this team did. You're trying to win a ball game. If the offensive line can't get you 6 inches, then you don't deserve to win. And now it wasn't a run play. It was Trevor jumping over, and we saw Trevor jump. He learned his lessons from the KC game. He took care of the football. He brought it back in, and he turned around after he had already crossed the goal line. Yeah. So you have to take those kind of chances, especially in a tight game on the road. If you kick a field goal, they go down there and score, game's over.
Right.
You know, so you might as well take a chance. We took a chance and it paid off for us.
And he looked confident doing it because he found the soft spot instead of just running into the linebacker. So that was good to see.
Any surprise, Coach, from you that Pete Carroll went for 2 in the win?
No, I think he felt confident that I think we would have done the same thing in that situation. And I think everybody, I don't care if, who was it, Green Bay and Dallas, you know, you'd like to wipe that tie off.
Yeah.
Play the win.
And look, it's different than the college game, and it's the first year in the pros that both teams get the ball, even if the first team scores a touchdown. So I was curious when the Jaguars won the toss, all right, what do you do? Because you're going to get the ball anyway. Do you want to see what the team does first so you know what you have to do to beat them, which is obviously what the Raiders did. The Raiders knew a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and we win. That's the benefit of having the ball last. But I thought Liam Cohen had a very great explanation in the postgame. He basically said, look, we were going to run the ball down their throats. I'm paraphrasing here. We were going to take time off the clock and run the ball down their throat. And I think on that drive, they legitimately ran it like 8 or 9 consecutive times. That was a 7-minute drive, and it put the Raiders in a situation where they basically had to go into their 2-minute offense in order to score their touchdown. To their credit, they did. But after Liam Cohen's explanation, I totally understand why you take the ball at the start
because
there.
they had momentum. We had momentum in the fourth quarter, running the ball effectively in those heavy or jumbo sets, getting after him pretty good, the blocking. Now, the backside of it, that's where you worry about. The backside of the running plays, you have Max Crosby just splitting between tackles and guards and tight ends and stuff like that. So that's why we were a lot more effective running at him instead of running away from him. But, yeah, I didn't have a problem with that. I like the fact that during those drives, I mean, we ran the ball at least 7 to 8 times. You know, ATN ran hard. I thought the offensive lineman blocked effectively, pulling and trapping, and the tight ends did a decent job of coming off the ball and getting in those heavy sets. So yeah, and then going forward on 4th down and 1, you had and scoring there. So I wasn't worried about it as long as we stayed within the tempo of what we were doing, which was running the ball. Now, if we were starting to pass the ball, then that would have kind of pissed me off.
Yeah,
you had to go. You got to ride the train. You get on.
Well, at a certain point, you didn't have any receivers or tight ends left.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, you didn't anticipate for them to have the same kickoff return that we did.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so I thought it was a great idea to take it first, control the clock, run what we want to run. We gained confidence in what we're doing. I don't think he wavered, other than, like you're saying, Leon, where did we want to run the ball? That schematically we could have been a little bit better at. But I think we were in charge, but we couldn't control what was going to happen after. But we only left, 3 minutes on the clock?
3 minutes.
Yeah.
And they still
You couldn't
scored.
ask for anything. I mean, you're not you put your defense in that situation, you think your defense they have to find a way to win the game for you.
Because we're starting a little bit late here, let's go ahead and do the offensive player of the game. We give it to you every week on the 5th quarter. It is brought to you by Universal Roof and Contracting. RJ, let's do it now. The Universal Roof and Contracting offensive player of the game.
Universal Roof and Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game. Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
The Jaguars ran it for 151 yards. Travis Etienne accounted for 84 of those. He also got 31 yards through the air, 115 yards from scrimmage for Etienne on 27 carries. Honorable mention to Parker Washington as well, but Travis Etienne is this week's offensive player of the game. Darren, Junior, Jonathan, all you guys that are on hold, hang in there. You'll be up on the other side as we're glad you're with us. With you to 11 o'clock, if not a little bit longer tonight, as the Jaguars go out to Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, come out with a 30-29 win, and the Titans lost, the Texans lost, the Colts lost. The Jaguars get a game on everybody in the division and now find themselves only a game and a half back of the Indianapolis Colts. Colts at 7-2. The Jaguars at 5-3 as they're creeping up on the division leader. We're glad you're with us. 5th quarter rolls on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Carolina Jags in historic Riverside has been named Best Burger in Jacksonville for 5 years in a row. They serve fresh, certified Angus beef smash burgers on locally baked buns with Florida fresh produce. Try favorites like the Riverside or a bacon cheddar. They have weekday lunch specials from 11 to 2 and open Sundays for pregame or postgame. Carolina Jacks is where it's at.
Frank Franzi here for Coyle Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember Morton Anderson missing a chip shot field goal that launched the Jags into the playoffs in '96? You know who doesn't miss? Coyle Fencing. Coyle has been the fencing leader in Northeast Florida since 1927. Heck, Coyle has been installing fences since before Emery Bellard installed the wishbone offense. If you need a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle Fence today at 904-356-4821 or visit CoyleJacks.com. Coyle Fencing, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
When storms start to crop up in the Atlantic or Gulf this time of year, having a solid plan to handle anything that sweeps through the first coast is very important. That's where American Electrical comes in. Ensure your home's safety and comfort with an American Electrical home generator. As the area's leading home generator dealer and installer, American Electrical can offer you easy installation, simple maintenance, and peace of mind. Schedule an assessment by simply calling the team at American Electrical. They'll walk you through the best generator for your home or business. Log on, american-electrical.com.
Listen to whatever you like, whenever you want.
I like this.
1010XL on demand. Ad-free shows after the live shows end. Channeled by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning. Search where you find podcasts.
Hey, it's Angela and Brian Wall. How many companies do you know in this day and age that actually want their potential customers to call their competition and get quotes from them?
That's what WonderWorld wants you to do. WonderWorld knows there are other window companies out there, but we also know those other guys. When compared to WonderWorld, they can't offer you the quality at the price that WonderWorld can.
And with WonderWorld, you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement business.
If anything goes wrong with your new WonderWorld windows, 5 years from now, 10, 15, 50, WonderWorld and I will be there to fix it for you. You get peace of mind with WonderWorld, and to top it off, WonderWorld windows increase the value of your home. So look what you get with WonderWorld. Quality windows, low price, the best guarantee in the business, energy savings, and an increase in the value of your home. A win-win for you.
Call WonderWorld today and get your free in-home estimate or see them online at WonderWorldNEFlorida.com.
WonderWorld, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
Fumbled your fender? EV took a hit? Guardian Collision is your MVP with certified expert auto body repair for any electric vehicle. Guardian Collision, they guard what moves you. Visit GuardianCollision.com.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
Clogged toilet, too much paper, deeper blockages, or one of your child's Hot Wheels could be the culprit. Superior Plumbing and Pipeline handles toilet clogs fast. If your toilet's clogged, make the superior choice. Learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg from Underwoods. Clayton, you can buy almost anything today on the internet. What about loose diamonds and how they are priced?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because we did some research on the internet to see how diamonds price on the various websites like Blue Nile, and what we found were diamonds of the same shape, weight, color, and clarity had vastly different prices, which probably had something to do with how the diamond was cut. But the only way to see the diamonds was to buy them. So we did a price comparison on diamonds where we could tell the diamonds were nicely cut, and what we found were our prices for beautifully cut Underwood diamonds were the same as theirs. So if you're shopping for diamonds and want real expert help, real quality and value, and don't want to pay just to look at a diamond, come by Underwoods. And remember, When a diamond comes from us, you get all the services, assurances, and guarantees the people in North Florida have learned to expect for over 80 years.
Underwoods in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Chelsea here, ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? During Renewal by Anderson's Black Friday sales event, buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 2 full years. Our Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida homes, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable all year round. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home design consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets savings.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Putting an extra 60 minutes on the clock. The window world of Northeast Florida fifth quarter. Nailed down by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings on 1010XL.
Out of the hold of Logan Cook. Logan puts it down. Cam Little kicks it up. The 68-yard field goal is good! He drilled it from 68 yards on the last play of the half. How good is that?
Frank Frangie on the call. Jaguars radio. History was made out in Las Vegas. No one in the history of the National Football League has made a field goal longer than Cam Little. The guy did it in the preseason. He didn't get credit for it because that was the preseason, was a 70-yarder. But just for good measure, he has now done it in the regular season, a 68-yard field goal. Oh, by the way, he also had a 48-yarder that tied the game with 20 seconds to go. Leon Searcy, what do you say about the job that Cam Little did? We're going to do special teams player of the game in just a moment, but what a job for Cam Little.
Yeah, I mean, he needed that vote of confidence because he was struggling before this game, you know. A little Bigfoot, I'm going to call his name for now, a little Bigfoot, all right? 68-yarder. Now it counts. You know, now it's in Canton.
Now he's in Canton, Ohio.
Absolutely, yeah. And I was concerned about the second one because, you know, all the enthusiasm from the first one out. We needed this next one to count, and he came through. So, yeah, we're going to need him somewhere down the stretch, and it's good to know that we get to the 50, we're good to go.
And Coach, I mean, you know, you talk about momentum, right? You're down a touchdown because Brock Bowers' butt cheek landed in the corner of the end zone, so they gave him credit for the touchdown, which is a good catch. I mean, Bowers made the play. Carlson misses the extra point, so it's 6-0, and you're thinking, oh, my gosh, 20 seconds to go. But the completion of Parker Washington, and when Parker Washington caught that ball, I'm thinking, all right, you're indoors. We know Little has the leg. We saw him do it outside in a preseason game in Jacksonville. Let him try. So I commend Liam Cohen for letting him try. But then when you see your guy drill it to make NFL history, and the first guy out there to give him a bear hug was Liam Cohen, the head coach, that is momentum heading into the locker room.
He was the most excited head coach in America at that point in time.
Man.
To know that he can actually come back to that guy because, you know, we saw how excited he was in preseason and knowing that you had that kind of guy in your hip pocket and then what has happened transpired the last few weeks. And to see Liam be the first guy out there, I mean, that made him feel more confident. I don't know who felt more confident, Liam or the kicker now, to be honest. You know, he was praying. We're all praying for the kid. Hey, he almost kicked. It could have been a 75-yarder.
Oh, it would have been good from 70 plus.
Gosh.
Yeah. And he was absolutely drilled. But again, Leon, the most important kick was the 48-yarder to make it 23-23. He misses that kick. All of it's moot because, again, you lose the game. Little was dynamic today.
He was. He squeezed that one into the right uprights, though, a little bit.
I'll take it.
I'll take it all day.
I'll take it.
You know, I'm being a little picky, that's all. Yeah. But after he kicked that kick, the next thing I was saying, okay, when we need you the most again, can you come through for us? So he got it within the right uprights. But he needed that vote of confidence because he was struggling going into this game. And now moving forward, I think Liam's got a lot more confidence in the fact that we get to the 50 and we need him. He'll be able to get it done for us.
Phone line's open. 904-641-1010 is the phone number. 641-1010. We'll take your phone calls in just a moment. We'll also get you a special teams player of the game in just a moment. No real surprise who that special teams player of the game is going to be. And let's go ahead and do it right now. Superior Plumbing brings it to you. The Superior Plumbing special teams player of the game is Cam Little. He'll be the special teams player of the week in the National Football League. That football will be going to Canton, Ohio. Those cleats might be going to Canton, Ohio. Again, no kicker in the history of the National Football League has now made a longer field goal than Cam Little. Quickly, before we get to the phone lines, the defense was, how do I say this? Terrible in the second half. That's probably a fair way to say it.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers, first game back in a month, was Tony Gonzalez, Rob Gronkowski, George Kittle, and Antonio Gates all mixed into one. Throw Mike Ditka in there. Throw Ozzie Newsome in there. What do you do if you're the defense? That was bad.
Here's the thing, and me and Coach was talking about this off the air before we came on. We was like, at some particular point, you can't just keep playing textbook football. Yes. Okay? You can't play textbook football. I know in certain coverages or whatever, your drop is here or whatever, but you got to be instinctive. If this guy's destroying you when you're playing zone, when you're playing man, you got to be where he is, you follow. Okay? Because you know right now that he is the guy that is destroying you. He's the guy that's scoring the touchdowns, getting the first downs. So you make adjustments. So you had those kind of conversations on the sideline. Hey, man, wherever Brock is, make sure you got somebody on him, okay? That's it. Sometimes you got to let your instincts kick in. So
we used to call them attaboys. And, like, he and I were talking about Ray Lewis. How many times that Ray Lewis said he studied the game so much that he knew who the object receiver was or the player was who was going to – he's done it over and over and over again. You know, I went to my drop, but I'm 8 yards away. Forget the drop. You know he's – who in America did not know he was going to get the ball?
Yeah, and there's nothing you could do about it.
Get over there.
Yeah.
Now, if the coach rips you because you weren't over here, how's he going to rip you when you knocked the ball out or the quarterback didn't throw it because you anticipated what they're thinking?
By the way, you think about what Bowers did, and they did double team him on the 2-point play. All right? And I don't know if it was Antonio Johnson's fault. That's what everybody's saying. If Devon Hamilton does not bat that ball down, Tyler Lockett makes a fair catch in the back of the end zone for a 2-point conversion, and the Raiders win. There is no one within 8 yards of Tyler Lockett because they doubled down on Bowers, which is fine, like Coach said. But the running back in the flat, I guess it was Genty or whoever it was, maybe it was Tucker, 3 guys went into the flat, and Tyler Lockett's in the back of the end zone with popcorn saying, throw me the football. And if Devon Hamilton doesn't get that big paw up there, we are singing a much different tune now.
That's unacceptable. That's absolutely unacceptable. He should get chewed out when he watched the film.
Yeah. That's a safety making a poor mistake.
Yeah.
You don't turn the person loose. Now, you'll funnel, the inside linebacker will funnel to the safety. But safety, you still got to defend deepest. Mm-hmm. He flat out blew the coverage and turned the guy loose.
And see, you know what? That's not understanding the magnitude of the moment. All right? That's being textbook. You know that you got to be in the deepest, right, Coach?
Yes.
So, I mean, why aren't you there? Now, it's safe to say we all comfortable what happened as far as the ball getting back down. But if the ball doesn't get back down, I mean, he's the goat. I mean, he's the scapegoat.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. And look, again, winning cures a lot of things.
Yes, it does.
Can you imagine the tone for the three of us and the tone for these callers we're about to take had the Jaguars lost that game?
Oh, totally.
But they didn't, and the Jaguars found a way to win, and they're 5-3.
But to bring that back, the score before then, who's the guy that still is getting beat? Wingard. The touchdown before, Wingard was one-on-one, and he got beat. Again, he had inside leverage and jumped to his outside.
Well, I think Bowers was beating about everybody in the secondary.
Yeah, but you're supposed to have inside leverage. He jumped out.
Yeah. Well, look, there are a lot of things to clean up.
I mean, it's like he never played basketball before, right?
Well,
right?
A lot of things to clean up, but I'll take the victory. Let's go to the phone line, 641-1010. Let's head to the west side. Let's get Darren in here on the fifth quarter. Darren, what do you got?
Hey, first off, Hacker, you were wrong when you picked the Raiders 2 days ago.
I was dead wrong, and I'm happy to be wrong, my friend. No question.
Hey, two quick comments. Is I think Parker Washington is the new Christian Kirk, Mr. Reliable. I'll call him that. And I'll also say that the last two games we lost convincingly without Trayvon Walker in the game, and the second half when he got kicked out of the game shows you that we have to have him in the game to compete on defense, because they got completely destroyed after he got kicked out of the game. So that was a very bad situation. I'm very happy that we won the game. And last but not least, Leon, the big nasty, showed up in the fourth quarter, baby. And I love my Jaguars.
Darren's fired up, and with good reason. Quickly to Trayvon Walker, I agree. The Jaguars had a little bit of pass rush when he was in there. They had nothing after he got ejected until overtime. What are you doing throwing a roundhouse right at somebody? For starters, you already have a wrist problem. So you're going to punch somebody in the helmet, so you're going to hurt your other good hand. So I don't understand. I've never understood why people punch in the helmet. That's beyond me. But secondly, you're a leader on this team. What are you doing throwing punches out there?
It's inexcusable. It is. And we needed him. We needed him on the field.
Yeah.
That's the part that's unacceptable. We needed you on the field to help us compete, and you're throwing punches. So you should get punished accordingly. Not only by the Jaguars, but by the league. Now, we're hoping the league doesn't suspend him for a game.
I mean, he missed a quarter and a half, which may suffice.
May suffice. He may have to miss another quarter and a half or whatever.
By the way, Devin White threw an open-handed punch and did not get thrown out.
That is true.
I guess the reason was, my understanding, Trayvon had a closed fist, Devin White didn't.
Yeah.
So it's looked at more as a slap.
A slap is not as devastating as a punch.
Yeah.
You would think. But still disrespectful.
But again,
I'd rather a man punch me than slap me.
Punching people in the helmet. Never understood it. Let's go to Buffalo. Let's get Junior in here on the fifth quarter. Junior, go ahead.
Hey, gentlemen, what a game, It was emotions up and down this whole game. It was crazy to see the lack of momentum or lack of anything in the first half. That 14-play drive, I thought definitely we were going to punch it in. And why Trevor's throwing that ball the way he did instead of shuffling it off to ETN he had there, or just getting rid of the ball. Again, as you guys said it already, sometimes Trevor, his QBIQ is not there at certain times, and it is frustrating when he does things like that. But he did make up for it later in the game. I got to give it to ETN. He had 80-something yards, and that were all hard yards he got. He took that ball, and he fought his way for every yard he got, and I got to give him credit. He was a tough guy today, and I like to see that, and I want to see more of it. But like I said, been saying it for a while. Like, this defense is having a problem covering really good tight ends, and that's a big problem. And you see what happened with Brock. That guy was first game back, and he was just amazing. He was going for getting the ball at the end of the game, and he did. And there was no one by his side trying to get him down. Those things we got to clean up, and I hope they do clean up. The penalties again, those stupid penalties and key situations, we got to clean that up. But I'll take the win because they fought. There was I would like to say this out. They fought this game. They fought tooth and nail, and they didn't give up until it was over. And like I said, I saw that. I saw the player. I didn't know who it was. I think you were telling me who it was in the back of the end zone when I saw the Raider open, but Hamilton just blocked that. That was amazing. And I never even saw Little's kick because I didn't want to see. I closed my eyes and I had to listen to Frank Frangie scream. When he screamed, that's when I looked. So I never even saw the kick live. I had to watch it on replay.
Junior, appreciate the phone call. Yeah, it was wild. Look, we got to go quick here. The thing with Trevor, I'm almost to the point now, and I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. He's, right now, I would call him like a poor man's Favre, almost like Jay Cutler-esque. He's going to do something that he's not supposed to do 2 or 3 times a game. At this point, you just have to accept that as reality. Trevor Lawrence is going to run 3 yards past the line of scrimmage and throw the football, or he's going to take an inexcusable delay of game, or he's going to call a timeout for no reason, or he's going to throw a pick in the end zone because it's what he's done 9 different times in his career, throw a red zone interception. There's no stopping that at this point. It's 5 years in. He's 26 years old. That's who he is. You have to accept it. You have to take a deep breath and know it's going to happen. And then after it happens, you just hope that there's still enough good or enough time left to overcome it. Because, Leon, I'm tired of hearing clean up. I'm tired. No. Trevor's going to do something dumb, and you just hope that his talent can overcome it later in the game.
So you're saying that we're gonna dance with the devil and somehow walk away.
Do you see it any different?
Hey, listen, I absolutely agree with you. You're right. Sometimes I question his just.
I mean, Favre did it.
Yeah.
Jay Cutler would do it. Now, they were great quarterbacks.
But they kind of did some other things that were different, but I thought was different in this game. His accuracy was better than the one throw, but we didn't have the drops that we've had in the other games.
Only a couple.
That really made it bad. We didn't make up for things. Other guys tried to do their job. The receivers actually stepped up in this game, and I thought I saw more focus on their eyes on the ball. I thought Parker did a great job. Most of the replays I saw, his eyes were on the ball, and he was tucking the ball away to make sure he had it. And then the BT big plays after catch, those kind of things. So when you don't have those kind of things, he looks worse. So when the players actually do their job and kind of hide some of the awareness things that he does, it's not accentuated as much. They just make up for it. It's like, all right, that's him. Next play.
We'll come back with a defensive player of the game. We'll continue to take your phone calls, 904-641-1010. It is the Window World of Northeast Florida, 5th quarter. We are presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings. Jonathan, Steve, the rest of you guys hang in there. You will be up on the other side. The Jaguars, a 30-29 winner in Las Vegas over the Raiders. The Jaguars go to 5-3 on the year. And boy, they have a gigantic division road game 1 week from today where they can basically end the Houston Texans. We'll explain more about that later on in the program. We're glad you're with us right here on the 5th quarter.
Mike Dempsey for Apex Roofing and Contracting of Jacksonville Beach. If your roof's got any damage, if it leaks, if it's just old and ugly, call my friends at Apex Roofing. But Mike, roofs are so expensive. It's true, quality roofing is not cheap, but Apex Roofing has up to 100% financing available, so you don't have to compromise quality for budget. Apex Roofing, no shortcuts, no stress, just quality work with financing available. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting in Jacksonville Beach. ApexRoofingFL.com.
Okay, listen up, team. They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jacks, so we gotta play like the experts we are. When customers call with leaky faucets, broken water heaters, toilet repairs, broken pipes, or any other challenge, we'll give them a solution fast. Now, who are we?
Roland Reese Plumbing!
I can't hear you.
Roland Reese Plumbing!
Now that's what a winner sounds like.
Customers always win with Roland Reese Plumbing at plumberinjacks.com.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
This football season, Hurricane Grill and Wings is your game day getaway. Catch every play with the perfect drink in hand. Handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita, Spicy Guavarita, Old Fashioned, or the Red Bullerita. Beer more your style to watch the games? Enjoy an ice cold Bud Light. Game day cocktails and Bud Light specials are here all season long at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find a restaurant near you at hurricanewings.com.
Put a little hot sauce on your lunchtime listening. Spicy. Joe Coward, Matt Hayes, and Leon Searcy. They are XL Prime Time.
4-alarm fire.
From the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
E.T. here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find Scratch Kitchen that always comes in the clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Hit a home run for happy hour and ask your Twin Peaks girl about local specials on drafts, cocktail shots, and more. Come on, somebody.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window
World, simply the best for less.
And thank you for your business.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Underwood has completed 75 years in business, and now you are starting your next 75 years. If you were going to simplify things, what is the single most important thing in Underwood's history, and what will be the most important thing in your future?
Frank, that's simple. Our honesty and integrity. You know, our founder, H.F. Underwood's favorite saying was, know the truth and tell the truth. That's why we're the longest-standing member of the American Gem Society in Florida. Because we know you have to have the knowledge about gemstones before you can tell the truth about them. That's why we continue to educate our staff through the Gemological Institute of America and the American Gem Society. In fact, today, Underwoods has the largest American Gem Society credentialed staff of professionals east of the Mississippi River. So come by and see why we're looking forward to the next 75 years and let one of our experts assist you.
That's at Underwoods, serving excellence since 1928. In San Marco, Avondale, the shops of Ponte Vedra, Underwood Jewelers.
Tired of plumbers trying to sell you instead of help you? At Superior Plumbing and Pipeline, we do things differently. We hire real plumbers, not salesmen, and we never pay commission. That means no upselling, no pressure, and no unnecessary repairs. Just honest, expert work at a fair price. So the next time you need a plumber you can trust, make the superior choice and call Superior Plumbing and Pipelining, where quality comes first and honesty is standard. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining. No commissions, just solutions. Learn more at SuperiorPlumbingJacks.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Bringing you an extra quarter of football.
The Window World of Northeast Florida, fifth quarter, nailed down by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings on 1010XL.
Dropping is Smith. Looking, scrambling to his right. Scrambling, he's getting hit. They're going to sack him. They're going to sack him at the 45-yard line. Josh Hines Allen got him. Terrific sack by Josh at the 45-yard line.
And that is the single. With that sack, Josh just passed Tony Brackens for career sacks as a Jaguar. That now gives him 55.5 career sacks.
Frank Frangie, Jeff Lagerman on the call, Jaguars radio. I have to go look. I think that was the half sack that he shared with Agba. I don't know if he's passed Brackens. I think he at least tied Brackens. I'll have to go back and look for sure. But you're obviously, Tony Brackens is your guy.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
So, yeah, I'm asking you, man. And obviously, Coach, you were a coach when Brackens was here. Love the fact that Hines Allen, if you didn't pass him today, he will in the coming weeks. But
well, listen, as a former player, I played for this franchise over 30-something years ago. I mean, you want guys to be better than what we were because that means that we're on the right track. As far as me and Baselli, Fred, Jimmy, Keenan, Brackens, all those type of guys. When you got guys in place in the franchise that are breaking records that we set back in the day, then you say to yourself, this franchise is moving in the right direction.
And you've said for a while now that you don't want to be known as the best right tackle in Jaguar history.
Listen, it's long overdue. It's long overdue. I mean, that's why I'm always waiting for that next right tackle that we draft to bring it. Mostly if we draft. When you draft a guy and bring him in here, listen, I'm ready to pass the torch. I don't want it anymore.
Well,
I've had it long enough.
You've had it for a long time because you haven't been a Jaguar in 24 years, and you're still by far and away considered the best right tackle in franchise history. Every week here on the fifth quarter, we do give you a defensive player of the game. That defensive player of the game is brought to you by our friends at Superior Fence and Rail. Let's do it right now. The Superior Fence and Rail defensive player of the game.
Jacksonville's building a fence along the goal line. This is the Superior Fence and Rail Defensive Player of the Game. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
All right, Coach, no doubt, shout out to Joshua Hines-Allen and for Devon Hamilton. But from the entire body of work, we're going to give it to Foye Oluokun today. Led the team with 11 tackles, had a tackle for loss, had a pass defensed as well. 23 was all over the place. And for that, Foye Oluokun is the defensive player of the game.
Oh, he played well. He was in position to make plays. I thought down in the short yardage and goal line areas, he was extremely physical. I thought he penetrated in the blitzes. He penetrated in the backfield. He played well. He played earnestly well, and, he was a contributor in defense.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Again, team leader with 11 tackles today for Foye Oluokun. Back to the phone lines we go. We're with you for another hour, 904-641-1010. If you want to get involved here on the fifth quarter, the Jaguars winners today out in Las Vegas, 30-29 in overtime. Let's head out to the state of Alabama. Let's get Jonathan in here on 1010XL. Jonathan, go ahead.
Duval!
Jonathan's fired up, man. What are your thoughts?
First off, let me start with the positive. I loved how Cam Walker kicked that 68-yard field goal, or Cam Little, I should say. And then thank you, Devontae Hamilton, for that knockdown, for preserving the win for us. Now, Trayvon Walker, I don't know what you were thinking, son, but you cannot punch another player. That's a quick way to get ejected, and who knows what can happen if he's not able to play the next game. We need him, and the penalties need to be cleaned up.
Jonathan, appreciate the phone call. Yeah, I'm not going to use the term clean up anymore because they're not going to clean them up. They're 8 games in. This is who they are. Again, you're 5-3. You're winning despite that, but I don't want to hear any more about cleaning up penalties because they're going to play Houston next week, and guess what? They're going to have some holding penalties, and they will have an illegal motion. As sure as the sun will rise tomorrow morning, the Jacksonville Jaguars next week against Houston will commit an illegal motion or an illegal shift penalty, Leon. It's going to happen.
Well, I mean, when you say clean up, you get away with it when you got a team that's not as good. The Oakland Raiders aren't that good of a team. But when you go down the stretch and you're going to play teams like the Broncos and the Colts down the stretch, those penalties are going to be costly. They're going to be very, very much costly.
The Texans next week.
So you say clean it up because it didn't affect us as much as winning the game. We beat a very bad Oakland Raiders team. But when we go down the rest of the schedule and the teams get better, you can't have self-inflicting wounds.
Coach, when you're watching the game, and again, you were a coach for 18 years in the NFL and in college before that. I'm frustrated watching it. Leon's frustrated watching it. You're the coach, and you see these penalties week after week after week. I mean, that's got to drive you insane.
Well, what happens as a coach, you put a lot of this on you, but after a while you say the same thing over and over and over again, which we hear. You start to, as the season goes on, you start to question your leadership. And the leadership of the team and whoever the leaders are have got to find a way to get this done. That every play matters, every situation matters, and you every time you shoot yourself in the foot, a fumble, an interception, a false start, all these things that can hurt you from getting a touchdown, continuing a drive, these kind of things can't exist when you play against good teams. Mm-hmm. And this is, we're excited, but this is not a very good team. Okay, so let's not play down to the level of who we play against. Let's play up to our ability, and let's say, hey, we're playing against ourselves. The track meet is against ourselves. Let's not do the self-inflicted wounds, and let's continue to show that we can play the best football or form of football we can.
Leon, you'll remember this last year when I used to say, when a team shows you who they are, believe them, because the Jaguars were just losing every game, and, it was nonsense. They weren't going to win down the stretch, and we all knew that. This Jaguar team will win games, but believe you me, they will commit 5, 6, 7, 8 penalties a game, and they will have probably one bad turnover per game, and you almost have to accept that going in. It's not just a Trevor Lawrence thing, which I go back to the whole poor man's Favre and doing dumb things and getting away with them. It's everybody on the team. I mean, the illegal shifts, the holdings, the drops. That's just who they are. And the question is, can you overcome that? Well, in 5 of the 8 games, they have overcome that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's what we used to do back in the day, because after, a 96 team, what we used to do collectively as offensive line, we used to internalize if we were making mistakes, and we would fine each other. All right? We would pose fines on each other for jumping off sides, holding, giving up sacks, and all that kind of stuff, because the last thing you want is somebody in your pockets. Now, we ain't go crazy or outrageous with it. Normally, they had to put it in a nice little pot, and at the end of the season, we would all go out to dinner and eat or whatever, so based upon the fines. But we made it a point of emphasis. We say, hey, listen, we can't have these mistakes. They're mental mistakes. It has nothing to do with physical. They're mental mistakes, because you're not totally locked in to the magnitude of the moment. So it's mental mistakes, and you can't tolerate. Now, if you get beat physically, we can deal with it. But if you're jumping off sides, if you're holding and you're going the wrong way, you got busts, you got all that kind of stuff, that can't be tolerated. And you need to internalize it within your group. You got to make it a point of emphasis within your group that, listen, we're not going to be, we're going to try to be a mistake-free team if we're going to move forward.
Let's go down to Melbourne. Let's get Steve in here on the 5th quarter on 1010 XL. Steve, what do you got?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Wonderful. How are you, bud?
Same old, just stressed out. But I got to ask Coach one thing before I get on with it. Coach, if you can please explain to me how when everything's scripted, everything's structured, you see mistakes by Trevor, but you see him in his 2-minute drills, going down the field, calling plays from the field. He seems to play better. I have no idea why that is. I asked Dave Garrard on the show. He has no idea why that is. And also, I will say this. If you were to tell me that without Devin Lloyd on the defense playing, that there is no functionality, I would have said you were crazy. But look where we are right now.
Steve, appreciate it. Yeah, they need Devin Lloyd back on defense, and they need Brenton Strange back on offense in a very, very bad way.
To answer your question about 2-minute drills and high-tempo plays, Mark Brunell used to be the same situation, and Eli Manning as well. Eli Manning probably played his best football in 2-minute offense. You put Eli Manning in 2-minute offense, he's going to win it. It's a small, structured form of football, okay, because you're moving the field, the situations constantly. The game is moving fast, so it's a limited amount of plays, and they're calling the plays. And as a coach, you're saying, hey, we're not trying to flip the receivers from one side to the other. You're either in a 2x2 set or a 3x1 set, and these are certain selected plays that you have. So by memory and memory of coverages, you're not allowing the defense to set the tone of what they normally would do, when you're in the huddle and, they have time to make their calls. When you're in a 2-minute situation and everything's going fast, they're not going to all their calls either. So it's a lot easier game. But as Chip Kelly found out when he came in the league with his high-tempo game, you can't go 3 and out and have your defense get back out on the field. That hurts your defense. So you have to be productive in those kind of situations. Now, can they progress and get better? There's a lot of things I see in our 2-minute offense has to get better. Guys got to understand when to get out of bounds. I'm watching the clock continue to go. It was going 134 when the ETN is still trying to make a play in bounds, and I'm like, son, get your ass out of bounds. I'm screaming through the TV.
Late night here on 10.
Yeah, Mr. Big Balls is trying. I'm like, the clock's going down, son. Okay, understand, hand the ball to the official. There's certain things that you have to do to win a game or move up in a game, come behind from a game in those kind of situations. Now, when your team is not playing well, sometimes you want to play high tempo. It may not be 2 minutes, but you got to change something. And that's going to occur with this team soon, because you're going to say that team is better than us. We better do something different to change the motivation, the inspiration of the game at that moment.
Well, certainly the Jaguars had a lot of flaws today. There is no doubt, but they won the game. And they won the game, mind you, 3 days after arguably their best player, their most marketable player, gets hurt in a non-contact injury in practice. They overcame that. They overcame a lot more injuries during the game, and they won a game on the road to get to 5-3 on the year. The Window World of Northeast Florida fifth quarter, we are presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings. We'll come back with a play of the game. Brandon, Adam, the rest of you guys hang in there. You will be up on the other side as we roll on to 11 o'clock, the fifth quarter, right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
The station that covers the Jaguars day in and day out. WJXL AM and FM, Jacksonville Beach. This is 1010XL, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. More videos, more podcasts, more Jaguars, preps, and college football. More of everything you love about Jacksonville sports at 1010XL.com.
Carolina Jags in historic Riverside has been named Best Burger in Jacksonville for 5 years in a row. They serve fresh, certified Angus beef smash burgers on locally baked buns with Florida fresh produce. Try favorites like the Riverside or a bacon cheddar. They have weekday lunch specials from 11 to 2 and open Sundays for pregame or postgame. Carolina Jags is where it's at.
Joe C. for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. And if your dream is to create that space where you're living large in your backyard, then you need to get with the good people at CSS. They put a gas log in our fireplace, an awesome fire pit out back where the kids can toast s'mores and we can just hang out and watch the game. It's all part of your outdoor living experience with CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law.
Join me, Max Fink, as I keep a close eye on everything that happens in Gator Nation.
The Gator Report, polished up by San Jose Collision on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010XL.
Go, Gator!
Are you ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? It's the Black Friday sales event going on now at Renewal by Andersen. Buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 years. This offer expires November 30th. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Former Jags middle linebacker Tom McManus brings some grit to the ladies of helmets and heels.
You do it as tough as it is possible to do.
Tommy, Lauren, and Taylor.
Backed by Green Law Group. Afternoons 2 to 4 on 1010XL.
Pizza to Tea here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch? From lunch to late night, only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Stick around after the sunset, and Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites. Come on, somebody.
Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
Need electric vehicle repair? Guardian Collision is expert certified for any electric vehicle. Trust the home team for auto body repair on your EV. Guardian Collision. They guard what moves you at guardiancollision.com.
Brian Wall here with Window World. You know that awesome feeling when you finally find that one place to go to that will give you a top quality product at a great price and then stand behind what they sell you? That's exactly what Window World does. Top quality, energy efficient windows at a great price that keeps more of your money in your bank account, with the absolute best guarantee in the window replacement business. That's why Window World has been the #1 window replacement company in the USA for years, selling more than 1 million windows each year for the past 8 years. That's a lot of satisfied customers, and you can be one too. Save money on installing new energy efficient windows and save on your energy bills too. You can't lose. And if anything goes wrong with your new Window World windows ever, Window World and I will be there to make it right. Call Window World today or see them online and have them come and give you a free estimate and see why we are so proud of our products and the work we do for our customers. Call Window World or go online at windowworldneflorida.com. And thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. This is the Window World of Northeast Florida 5th quarter, flavored by Hurricane Grill and Wings and Apex Roofing and Contracting on 1010XL.
Quarterback sneak, he was in, touchdown! He dove over the top, he extended the football. Trevor has scored with 3:24 to go in overtime.
Frank Franchi on the call, Jaguars radio. Look, there were so many choices for the play of the game. There was the Cam Little 68-yarder. There was the Devon Hamilton play. But if Trevor Lawrence on 4th and goal in overtime does not score that ball, the Jaguars lose that football game. And because of that, every week here on the 5th quarter, we do give you a play of the game. It is brought to you by our friends with Performance Painting. And RJ, let's do it now. The Performance Painting play of the game.
Now, the Performance Painting high performance play of the game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Leon, again, many choices, but Trevor's touchdown in overtime is this week's play of the game.
Well, you know what? You had to think at one particular time that just in your psyche alone, knowing that you had dropped the ball before when they made the call, you had to extinguish all that. Because, I mean, I'm sure it went through his head when they made the call, him to dive over. He made sure he had grips on that ball when he went over, and they brought it back.
Yeah.
And curled so nobody could get it away.
I actually couldn't believe Patrick Graham, the DC of the Raiders, or Pete Carroll, who's a defensive guy too. How do you not know that's what Trevor Lawrence is going to do? It's what he always does. He's done that numerous times in his career. Try to extend the ball over the goal line. I can think off the top of my head 4 or 5 times, including the Kansas City game, and the fact the Raiders did not have a linebacker there like Kansas City did. Kansas City schemed that. The reason that ball was knocked out by Nick Bolton is because Kansas City was ready for it. Obviously, Coach, the Raiders did not appear to be ready for that, and I was shocked by that.
Well, I think the play before they were with the linebackers intact. I think they thought Tootin was going to get the ball that time, and I don't think they. And he did a great job finding the soft spot to the left side.
Yeah,
and the linebacker shot through over the in the A gap, as opposed to over in the B gap area. But I think they thought Tootin was going to get the ball.
And I'm happy they thought that. I asked Coach this earlier, Leon. Let me ask you, Pete Carroll going for 2. I mean, you knew he was, right? With the defense, the Jaguar defense was staggering. They were tired. They really hadn't stopped the Raiders the entire second half. Any surprise for you that the Raiders did not go for the tie? They went for the win?
No, I mean, you're talking about a Raiders team that was 2-5, bro. I mean, you win that game not saying you want to make any playoff push, but you create some momentum coming off were they coming off a bye as well?
They're coming off a bye
as well. So yeah, and when you're 2-5, bro, you're playing with house money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're not really thinking about playoffs. At that particular moment, all you want to do is get the win, so you can have some feel good in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have a problem with him going forward.
And they would have won had not Devon Hamilton knocked the ball down. Tyler Lockett was wide open.
It's a game of inches.
In the back. Oh, it is. Oh, man, my goodness. Let's head out to the west side. Let's get Adam in here on the fifth quarter on 1010XL. Adam, what do you got?
What's up, guys?
How are you, buddy?
Great game I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, man. What's on your mind?
That was one great game by Trevor at the second half. Like, when that run game was going, I knew he was just going to pick that Raiders defense apart. But another thing I want to talk about is the trade deadline. If I'm James Gladstone, do I really want to keep this safety room the same if we're serious about making a second half run? Because it looks like I believe this team is going to clinch the playoffs. I don't think they're going to win the division just because, Indianapolis is running away with it. But
not so fast there, Adam. It's a little close. They lost today. The Jaguars, remember, the Jaguars play them twice. I wouldn't say Indianapolis is running away with it by any stretch of the imagination.
I know. With our team banged up, I don't know when Brent Strange is going to come back. But if I'm Gladstone, I'm looking at that safety room and seeing if he wants to keep that safety room the same. Me personally, I think we should make a splash with that safety room. I think there needs to be an adjustment. I don't think Andrew Wingard or Antonio Johnson should be a starter. I know that Eric Murray was banged up, but we've really got to look at that safety room, man. Like that Tyler Lockett two-point conversion would have been a big head scratcher for them.
Adam, appreciate it. The trade deadline. Adam does bring up a good point. Now, you can only do so much. From a coaching standpoint, the Jaguars coach safety, defensive tackle. But I think if you can only make one trade, and again, I don't think they're going to make a lot of trades. That's just not how the NFL works. They've already made a pretty big one, right? Tyson Campbell for Greg Newsome. I do think the Jaguars will make one more trade. It's got to be for a wide receiver, right? I know you have issues at safety. You could argue you have issues on the interior defensive line. But, Coach, with the Travis Hunter uncertainty, you don't know if you're going to get him back at all this year. With the other injuries that are accumulating, whether it's Shaheed or Olave in New Orleans, whether it's Jacoby Myers in Las Vegas, maybe Wan'Dale Robinson in New York, I think James Gladstone's got to go out and got to find a wide receiver in the next 36 hours.
Well, I'd like to think you try and find a wide receiver, but I'm still going to say that you're short a pass rusher. And I don't care if he's a one-trick pony. If you think you can go 6-4 at the end of this schedule and put yourself in position for a playoff, you can't sit there and just let quarterbacks, have all day and throw. I just think you got to have a speed rusher on the edge, and whatever Walker can do, he can do. But if you can find a one-trick pony who's got some kind of speed coming off, the left side I think it's highly critical. The safety situation is going to have to be addressed later on, but it's going to have to be addressed. They're going to have to put him in situations. They're going to have to he's going to be under wire. Yes, we do need a wide receiver, but if we can get Strange back, there's some different things you can do in the pass game. There's some different things we can do with our running backs in the pass game. We can hide some things.
Leon, you got 13 draft picks next year. You got a second rounder, you got 3 third rounders, and you got a fourth rounder. How much are you willing to trade? I don't think you're trading the second rounder. I would doubt that because you don't have a first. But you do have 3 thirds. And if you can get a wide receiver for a third, or maybe a pass rusher for a third, I think that's something you do. The question is, how many of those trades would you be willing to make in the next 36 hours?
Well, yeah, I'm all in on that. I mean, how far are we away from Brendan Strange being back healthy? 2 weeks?
He's eligible to come off IR beginning a week from tomorrow. Okay. Now, he's missed 3 games. He had to miss 4. Again, I'm not a doctor. You see him, walking around down there. But, who knows when he's going to be able to come back. So, yeah, I mean, he's eligible. To answer your question, he's eligible to be his window to be open a week from tomorrow.
Okay.
Will he play against the Chargers? I have no idea. Mm-hmm. So you're still looking at probably a minimum of 2 or 3 games.
Okay, because I was thinking about get him back, 12 personnel, two tight ends, that kind of stuff. But I'm thinking we probably need another receiver. I agree with you. We need another weapon. I mean, no knock on Tim Jones and no knock on training camp Trammell.
Big play by
big
Trammell
play,
today.
absolutely big plays. But, down the stretch, I mean, we need another weapon. Coach is right as well as far as the better teams are going to they're going to eat us up. I mean, they're going to be surgical against us. The fact that we can't get any pass rush. I mean, you're talking about DBs having to cover for 5 or 6 seconds. That's not legit.
You got to be realistic, though. I mean, who are you going to get? Bradley Chubb, all right, Jalen Phillips. And those are probably the type of guys you can get. You're not getting anybody.
Jeffrey Simmons. You can't get Jeffrey Simmons.
Tennessee said no. I mean, the reports are Tennessee said they would move anybody outside of Cam Ward or Jeff Simmons. Tennessee's not going to trade Jeff Simmons to the Jaguars.
Why is there this attachment to him?
Because he's awesome, and they need something to build around, and the Jaguars are a division rival.
No. Get over it. Get over yourself.
I mean, I would love that, but I can't imagine that scenario.
No,
now, Jalen Phillips.
Yeah, of course, I mean, I'm dreaming a little bit, but
you got to make a play for it either way.
Yeah, you got to make a call. See what happens.
Because you don't know what he's like in the locker room for them right now. He might be a guy who's dying to get out of there, and they're like, you know what? I'd rather have somebody who really wants to be here, and if he doesn't want to be here, fine.
I just don't know if you have the draft capital. Tennessee's probably going to want a first for him, which obviously the Jaguars don't have. And again, I would be if there's anything higher than flabbergasted as far as a definition, you let me know. But that's the highest thing I know. I would be flabbergasted if the Tennessee Titans trade Jeffrey Simmons to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
You got a dream, Hat.
Okay, absolutely. I'm with you guys. I'm going to do that. Let's go to St. Augustine real quick. Brandon's been on hold forever. Brandon, you're on the 5th quarter. What's happening?
Good evening, gentlemen.
How are you, buddy?
What up?
Good. Hey, I just everybody's been getting props. I just want to say overall we're 5-3. I'm really proud of the team, but I got a big criticism to the coaching staff coming up. 89 running all over the field on us today, and he was basically the only person that could run all over the field on us. And, there was no attempt appearing to bracket him, double him, shift coverage his way. I mean, in my opinion, he was wide open in the back of the end zone on the game-tying score. In my opinion, that's an adjustment that has to be made at this level. I mean, I think it's unacceptable for Campanelli, and I just wanted your guys' opinion on that. I was screaming it all day, and I'll be dang if he didn't catch the game-tying touchdown in the back. Yes, he burned Wingard. He was torching us, and they needed help.
Brandon, appreciate the phone call. Coach, I mean, no Eric Murray, right? You got Antonio Johnson, Dewey Wingard back there. It's just a bad matchup. No Devin Lloyd, and the Raiders saw a weakness in the Jaguar defense, and they took advantage of it.
Well, they definitely took advantage. I mean, we all saw it, and, we've talked about it. The obvious is we know who their go-to, the last 2 years, who their go-to guy is, and nothing occurred. And there's a certain time we talked about you just have to have football awareness on the field, and you have to get to that spot faster, closer, and anticipate what's going to happen. And you got to play a little basketball out there. You just play your position, play inside, make him bang himself back outside, make him bang back down inside. But you can't just turn the guy loose. I mean, he looked better than Travis out there today.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked like, he's all world. And there's nobody around him.
In the interest of fairness, it was the best of both worlds for me. The Jaguars won. But, Leon, I did have Brock Bowers on my fantasy team. 43 points
of course you did.
For Brock Bowers today. So I'll take the victory, but I did have Brock Bowers go nuts.
As he comes off the injury list.
Yeah, exactly. With the coach Gerald Ingram and the Pro Bowler Leon Searcy, the hacker Ryan Green with you as we'll wrap up the 5th quarter coming up here in about 30 or 40 minutes. If there's room for you, if you want to get in, there is room for you right now, 904-641-1010. We'll also get into what this win means moving forward in a gigantic division game. You can put maybe the final nail in the Texans' coffin for the division race next week with a win in Houston. We'll explain. Window World of Northeast Florida 5th quarter, presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
It's the power of the spoken word and your imagination.
Daniel Murphy waits on the 0-1, and there's a drive. Deep right field. That ball's gone.
1010XL, your radio home for play-by-play.
Daniel Murphy.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I called you about the ductwork in my attic this summer, and you totally blew me off.
I did.
My airflow is too low and my bills are too high.
I know.
There's stains on my ceiling tiles and sweating around the vents, and the mice have chewed so many holes in the ducts, I think they're getting more AC than I am.
I know.
Then how could you let me suffer all summer, Jason?
Because summer is the one time of year I just can't send my technician into someone's steaming hot attic. They'd kill me. Ductwork is hot, cramped work at the best of times. Lucky for you, those best of times are in November.
You mean like now?
Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair your old, damaged, or just plain sketchy ductwork right now when it's not too hot and not too cold.
And none of your technicians will kill you.
It's a win-win.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate to 4.99% APR? Hey, Prosper here, and right now at Loan Pronto, they've got the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. One call, life change. There's no wait, no hard credit pull. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 914-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Call 914-999-1508. See how much cash you can get today. You can also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 166171. On approved credit, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
If you're making plans to see our home team in Nashville against the Titans in November, go to 1010XL.com and click the Omni Nashville banner for the 1010XL special rate, only for 1010XL listeners. That's the Omni Nashville banner on the 1010XL website.
1010XL is your home for Florida Gators football. Protected by the law firm of Farrah & Farrah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Follow every Gators game on 1010XL.
The drip from a leaky faucet isn't just annoying, it's wasteful. Worn parts or corrosion could waste thousands of gallons a year. Superior Plumbing and Pipeline will fix it fast. When your faucet's leaking, make the superior choice. Learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish. And he's listening to the Nimnicht Outdoor Show.
With tips and stories.
Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Every Saturday morning, 7 to 10.
On 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here for Coyle & Sons Fencing. Jacksonville is full of memorable sports moments. Remember the 2017 AFC Championship game? When Miles Jack wasn't down? Do you know what else isn't down? Fences installed by Coyle. Their fences have been standing tall here in Jacksonville for nearly a century. Since 1927, Coyle has been the fencing leader in Northeast Florida. If you're in the market for a new fence, I recommend calling Coyle & Sons today at 904-356-4821. CoyleJacks.com. That's C-O-Y-L-E Jacks.com. Coyle Fencing, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here. You've heard me talking about Pella Windows and Doors. With great ratings and expert reviews, you know they're high quality and energy efficient products. So what's your next step? Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or just stop by the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Their professional design consultants will guide you through your entire project from start to finish. And that's the quality and service you can expect from Pella Windows and Doors.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farrah. Putting an extra 60 minutes on the clock. The window world of Northeast Florida 5th quarter. Nailed down by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings on 1010XL.
Out of the hold of Logan Cook. Logan puts it down. Cam Little kicks it up. The 68-yard field goal is good! He drilled it from 6 68 yards on the last play of the half. How good is that?
Frank Frangie, Jaguars Radio. History was made earlier today. A 68-yarder, the longest field goal in the history of the National Football League. Every week here on the fifth quarter, we do give you a special teams player of the game. It is brought to you by Superior Plumbing. RJ, let's do it now. The Superior Plumbing Special Teams Player of the Game.
Jacksonville was built on specialists. Now the Special Teams Player of the Week, sealed by Superior Plumbing and Pipeline.
Leon, take me from a player's perspective. How does that happen? How does Cam Little struggle as bad as he did for the last couple of weeks? And people were talking about, including me, I'm not going to throw stones in a glass house. I said they should have brought somebody in to the practice squad to give him a little competition. And then he goes out there today, drills the longest field goal in the history of football in a game. And he also drills a game-tying 48-yarder with 20 seconds to go. I mean, good grief. What a turnaround for Cam Little.
Well, believe it or not, players tend to be a little bit harder on themselves than the media. All right? And all we asked for was another opportunity to prove ourselves. And he got that opportunity. We struggled. We even said it a couple of weeks ago. We said, hey, listen, we need to get some guy in here that can push him, replace him, whatever we need to do. And I think Liam Cohen gave him that opportunity, that 68-yarder. I mean, he believed in him, you know, and he sealed the deal. So, you know, you said it. Who was the first person out there to give the bear hug when he made that?
Go watch the tape.
Yeah, he was
Cohen got in there, man. He was pumped.
Yeah, so I mean, so you give him a vote of confidence. That'll have some carryover. You never know when somewhere down the stretch we might need him again. But listen, I keep saying we get to the 50, we got a shot with this kid.
Plus, you got to understand, there's not many head coaches that would give a kid that opportunity to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're any kind of kicker, you would love to have a head coach have enough confidence to say, I'm going to give you a shot. Now, they give you a shot in practice all day long, but that doesn't mean he's going to give you a shot in the game. So, you know, he gave him the confidence in camp, and then he must have saw enough of it in practice that he wanted to see if this is going to be somebody special. Now, he had to regroup and get himself back. So hopefully it's a plus.
That was one of the plays of the game. The other one was obviously the Trevor Lawrence touchdown in overtime. Here on the fifth quarter, we do give you a drive of the game. It's brought to you by our friends at Randy Marion Cadillac. And RJ, let's do it now. The Randy Marion Cadillac drive of the game.
Now, the Randy Marion Cadillac drive of the game. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
All right, Leon, 10 plays, 44 yards in overtime. Here's how that overtime drive went. Run, pass, run, 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 run for the touchdown. You want to talk about taking a team's will from them? 8 consecutive runs to punch it in the end zone for the Jaguars.
Yeah, I loved it. Absolutely. You live or die by your O-line. Absolutely. Give us the opportunity to seal the deal. And they did. I mean, they got now heavy package, jumbo package, wherever you tied in, another offensive lineman, and we ran the ball right down their throats. I'm glad they did it because that was the momentum they had to get them to the overtime. Mm-hmm. So it was good to see them stick with the running game and pound the ground all the way to the end zone and led with Trevor jumping over and sealing the deal.
Coach, we got to go quick here because I want us to have time to preview Houston on the other side. But you mentioned it, the offensive line, much maligned coming into today's game. Offensive line played pretty well today.
The offensive line played very well today. You know, bouncing back for the last 2 losses, you know, that we had against 2 really good defensive lines. But they really needed a game like this. And they needed to, like we said, we needed to show that we can run the ball, have a lot of balance in what we want to do and progress from there. It was a physical end to the game. And that we were lacking the physical the last 2 games. So it was well enough to win today. And to finish the way we did and to call the plays they called, it was exactly what the offensive line needed.
Jaguars get to 5-3. The Jaguars have now surpassed their win total of last year, and we're just in the first Sunday of November. We'll come back. We'll give you an injury update. We'll preview Houston and how Jacksonville can basically put the final nail in the Texan coffin for the AFC South next week with a win. We'll do it next as we wrap up the fifth quarter here on a victory Sunday night in Northeast Florida.
Hun, look in the backyard. Is that oil coming out of the ground?
What? Oil?
Yeah, we've struck it rich.
When was the last time we had our septic tank pumped?
Ooh, crap. That's not oil.
Exactly.
Is it time to pump out your septic tank? Call Duck Duck Rooter. Their professional septic service removes sludge that can cause costly emergencies. Don't delay. Call Duck Duck Rooter today.
When you're stuck, call the duck. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. From GFL, Green for Life.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Everybody, Mike Dempsey here, and the cooler weather is upon us. Folks, it's the perfect time to try the new breakfast sandwich from Dandy Foods. A hearty one, too. A twin-pack cinnamon swirl and country sausage. You get the sweet first, then the salty kicks in, and trust me, they are addicting. And you'll find them all at daily stores around town. So the next time you're out and about, stop and get all that deliciousness in less than a minute from Dandy. Just one more reason to go out and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
Get more Gators on the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Friday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL's Gator Bites podcast wherever you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. Clayton, I know you're the head diamond buyer at Underwoods, and you travel to the markets to buy diamonds. Why don't you just look at an emailed list and have them send you the diamond?
Frank, there are a couple of reasons we go straight to the source when we're selecting the diamonds we want to put the Underwood name on. First, as an expert diamond buyer, I have to see a diamond before I can really judge its beauty versus the price it's being offered at. Second, when we're at the source, we have huge selections to choose our diamonds from, so we don't have to compromise the Underwood quality standard. The result is we control what goes into our diamond stock instead of allowing a diamond dealer to send us what he wants us to have. The bottom line is we're able to offer our customers carefully selected, beautiful diamonds that we're proud to have carry the Underwood name.
Underwoods, serving excellence since 1928 in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville family business for nearly 70 years. Heck, I've been talking about them for over a decade. The Thompson family secret, Dandy is never frozen. Always fresh baked bread with quality meats and cheeses, no dry, crumbly subs here, only soft and tasty deliciousness. When I see that logo with the little guy with the cane on the label, it tells me I'm getting a trusted brand and a quality sandwich. So do what I do, stop in at a Circle K and make yours a dandy today.
Are you ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? It's the Black Friday sales event going on now at Renewal by Anderson. Buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 years. This offer expires November 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Bring your marketing to the next level with 3D Digital, your local video production and digital marketing agency that specializes in ensuring your brand story is seen, heard, and remembered. Our award-winning team creates professional content that will be launched across multiple platforms to precisely target your audience. Call us at 904-712-4004 or visit 3ddigital.com to define, design, and deliver exceptional results for your business.
Hey, it's Joe C. The chill is in the air and your backyard can still be the heart of the season. Gather your family around a beautiful outdoor fireplace from Isocurrent or Napoleon, expertly installed by CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. From elegant stone fireplaces to wood burning or gas fire pits, CSS creates cozy spaces where memories are made and where every night can feel like a celebration. You dream it, they can build it. Visit their showroom or online at cssfireplaces.com.
CSS 1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Bringing you an extra quarter of football.
The window world of Northeast Florida, fifth quarter, nailed down by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings on 1010XL.
Geno Smith drops, looks, pump fake, fire, knocked down! Devon Hamilton knocked it down! It's no good! The Jaguars win it! How good is that?
Frank Frangie, Jaguars Radio. Jaguars get it done. 5-3 now after a 30-29 overtime victory over Las Vegas. Final thoughts in a moment. Before we get there, every week on the fifth quarter, we do give you an injury update. It's brought to you by the good folks of Farah & Farah. Let's do it right now. The Farah & Farah Injury Update.
The personal injury attorneys of Farah & Farah present this injury update. Farah & Farah,
Jacksonville,
exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Where do you begin? Jordan Lewis, shoulder, he left the game. De'Ami Brown left, apparently in concussion protocol. Brian Thomas Jr. was in and out. Looked like he did something with his ankle. Injuries all over. Hunter Long left and then came back. I mean, this team was pretty healthy, all things considering. Obviously, Travis Hunter, that happened last Thursday. It's a beat-up team. They are going to have to figure some things out. Trade deadline Tuesday at 4 o'clock. We'll see what the Jaguars do, see who they have to bring up from the practice squad. But certainly a big-time win, but with some injuries. All right, guys, we got about 3 minutes to go. Coach, let's begin with you. Texans next week. Jaguars are 5-3. Texans lost today. They're 3-5. The Jaguars already beat them once. If Jacksonville goes out to Houston and wins on Sunday, you have a 3-game lead with a tiebreaker. You're basically up 4 games with 8 to go. It is curtains for the Texans in the AFC South if Jacksonville beats them on Sunday.
We just have to find a way to win. We've played them once before. We know what it takes to win. It's going to take what we did today. We're going to have to be physical, run the ball, have great balance, make good decisions on throwing the ball. We've got to turn, we got to get some turnovers and play that kind of football. And it may be a nail biter by the end of the game, but we learned a lesson today that we can win with injuries, and it's part of the NFL. So, some injuries are other people's opportunities. So if you want an opportunity to help the team, an opportunity for yourself to grow and get, this is your resume, whoever that person is. So it's a good experience for everyone to find a way to win.
All right, Leon, I'm sure that team flight right now is a pretty happy one. Not a flawless game by any stretch of the imagination, but as you've been saying for the last, 90 minutes plus, a win is a win, and it was a big one today for the Jaguars.
Yeah, especially on the road. The narrative for this team on the West Coast is that we don't play well, all right? We didn't play outstanding, but you survive and move on. That's all you do. You survive and move on. This is a 10-game season right now, coming off the bye with 1-0, all right? Above 500, you're in the playoffs. That should be your thought process. Above 500 in these next 10 games, you're in the playoffs. So I know it sounds cliche, 24-hour rule, enjoy it when you get home, back to business, back to the business of ball, getting yourself together to beat a Texan team.
All right, leave us with this, Leon. The Texans next week. We don't know C.J. Stroud's status. We know he left the game in concussion protocol. Obviously, that's a gigantic deal, whether the Texans have Stroud or not. But you have a chance to end their chances in the AFC South, for the most part, with a win on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Put them to sleep. All right, put them to sleep. They're already tucked in. They're in the bed.
Yeah.
Just tuck them in.
They just need a lullaby.
A little lullaby.
They need a lullaby.
Put them to sleep. Yeah, they want to go to sleep.
Again, great day for the Jaguars. Not only do the Jaguars win, Titans lose, Texans lose, Colts lose. Here's a novel concept. Indianapolis actually played somebody that's decent, and they lost. Look, they've beat up on the Titans twice, the Dolphins, the Cardinals. They beat the Broncos because the Broncos got called for leverage with no time left on the clock, and it was a solid win over the Chargers. I'll give them that. They have beaten basically nobody. You play Pittsburgh today, you lose. They still got road games: Seattle, Kansas City, Jacksonville, Houston. We're going to find out all we need to know about the Colts coming up in a little bit. Jacksonville right in the thick of it in the AFC South, which is a great spot to be. Coach, 30 seconds. Final thoughts from you.
Well, I think we just, like I said, we handle our business and what we have to do to win, and everybody else will do what they have to do, because now the Colts have to deal with a reality check. We've gone through our reality check. Now the Colts have got to find a way, fight their own reality check as far as who they really are or not. They got a tougher end of the schedule. Let's just handle our business. I think we'll be fine.
Leon, we'll listen to you tomorrow on XL Primetime, and I'll have you Wednesday night on Hacker After Dark.
Sounds good.
Coach, you and me tomorrow night, Hacker After Dark.
Looking forward to it.
That is the coach, Gerald Ingram, the Pro Bowler, Leon Searcy. RJ Saunders was your producer. I'm the hacker, Ryan Green. The window world of Northeast Florida, fifth quarter. We have been presented by Apex Roofing and Contracting and Hurricane Grill and Wings. Jeff Prosser will be in this studio in 7 hours at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and we will kick off 18 hours of local programming right here on the home of the Jacksonville Jaguars, 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Let's enjoy Victory Monday. Good night, everybody.